it out. And oh, I gotta share my screen. Okay, you guys see that?
Yep.
Let's see if I can make it bigger.
Roundtable, so excited to be here with you guys again. You know, it's been a while since we've had a training here on the roundtable, and well, all the other stuff that's been going on. Sorry, it always pops up all these different windows. I got with all the other stuff that's been going on, right? We've been on here live for other things, but it feels good to get back on here and talk about an exciting new program. So the purpose of this training is to talk through and get you prepared for the Job One launch that is imminently approaching us. And the goal, like all these trainings, if this is your first roundtable training, is we want to arm you with the information ahead of time. So you get about a week and 10 days before the rest of the network does, so that you've got the head start to help your organization get prepared for the launch itself, marketing calendar, things like that, that you get kind of a jump start on all of that. And so this time we're actually going to do a little bit of a different approach to this. One of the things we've been talking about at Leadership has been helping you drive productivity within your organization, deep in your organization. And so to do that, we want to arm you with some more better training tools that will be easier for you to use to prepare your teams for the Job One launch. So what we'll do today, what you're going to get from us today is I'm going to show you, we'll have a launch quick reference PDF that I'm going to go over with you, okay? And this will contain all the information that's pertinent to the launch itself. Then we've also prepared a training video, okay, that will go through that you can watch. It's about 15 minutes long, I think it is. But instead of me being live here and then being live on the champions page and you trying to corral all the information and get all that stuff together, we've made this video available to you. So in addition to the PowerPoint, you'll have now this video that you can share into your team pages that will explain the programs, everything about it, and the PDF that will help you talk about a lot of specific things. And so we'll go through all of that today, but we're really, really excited to be able to do that. And we also have a first here on the roundtable in our training here, and that is we have the super trainer, Jennifer, joining us. She want to jump on here and say a few things to you, so I'm going to shut off. Jennifer, it's so good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. I'm going to shut off here for a second and let you chat with all the questions on the roundtable.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm excited for Job One. I'm excited for you to all be able to share this with as many people as possible. This is a program that I developed and created, and it's my first here at Beachbody. What a place to be first and foremost with a network of people like yourselves. I'm fortunate to have this opportunity because I'm only one person. So for me to move the needle is really challenging all on my own. So now I have all of you to help me do so. And this program couldn't be more perfect of an opportunity to get not only the people you've already been selling to, but those who've been on the sideline, those who've been hesitant or resistant. This is the program that's going to speak to the masses. When people ask me, is it a beginner program? Is it advanced, intermediate? It's not a beginner program, but it is beginner friendly. And what that means is that the movements are straightforward. My training approach is no nonsense. And the movements are not overly complicated so that a beginner can approach it, but then somebody who is intermediate or advanced can grow with it, can feel challenged as well. Not only is it just a fitness program, but it truly is a mindset. And I was very deliberate in creating that. It is a first for Beachbody in its one-on-one approach, where it's just me and you, whoever's on the other end, who I'm speaking to. That allows for more connection, more intimacy, so that you can get more results, not just visual, but also mindset. I couldn't be more excited for this program. I actually wished I had this program when I was a new mom, something that's 20 minutes, 5 days a week, not going to take a lot of your time, yet still be effective. Approachable yet effective is a real point here that I want to make, because when you are trying to reach the masses, that's exactly what it takes. And not only is it the program, but it's the total solution that Beachbody offers that, as you all know, no other company does that. So again, just a little bit about Job One. I'm excited to connect more on a deeper level with each of you. through our coach calls, through our networking opportunities, and things that we can create that have yet to be done. This is also a program that is also filmed in French, not dubbed. It is filmed in French. So I'm really excited to open ourselves up to the French market, not just Canada, but France itself and all countries that speak French. French is the second most spoken language in the world. I think that's a fascinating fact for some of us who didn't know that. Anything else I can do to help you can always reach out to me. I am somebody who loves to connect. And thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.
Jennifer, thank you so much for jumping on here. Like this is the first. We've never had a super attorney jump on around a call. So thank you so much for jumping on here and doing this with us. Really, really appreciate it. All right, take care, Jennifer. See you later.
Bye, thank you.
All right, everybody. Well, how cool was that, right? They reached out to me and they're like, hey, she wants to jump on the call. I was like, sweet. Like, hey, less me, more her, the better, right? The less, the better off we are. All right. So you heard her talk a little bit about the program, how awesome Job One is going to be. I hope you're getting excited about it. Incredibly accessible program. Very, very, again, I think it's just perfectly timed for where we're at right now, for what's going on, the needs of, and almost the attitude of where people are at, something that they can do, that they can fit in when they're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything else, 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, get people moving. Just a great, great program, and we're super, super excited about it. So enough of that, let's jump into kind of the training. So what I want to go over real quick here is, we typically at the roundtable training, now we would get into what the program is. Well, Jennifer kind of explained that. And like I said at the top of the video, if you missed this, we're going to provide you now what I think it's about 15 minutes, might be like 13, but a training video that goes through all of this, the main points about the program, right? It talks about, you know, the key selling pieces of it, the marketing pieces that are available to you, all those pieces that are there, right? All that stuff that I would normally go through. So we're going to provide that to you so that you can then take that along with the PowerPoint and then use that to help train your team. So we're trying to help you out as far as driving productivity in your organization. The third thing we want to provide you is what I want to go over right now, which is just what are the key things that are just pertinent to the launch, that are time sensitive around the launch that we need to make sure that we talk through. And I know a lot of you have questions about this. Okay, let's jump into it right now. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, all right. So what we want to start with here, and again, this will be a PDF that I will provide to you afterwards. So you don't have to write all this down. Just know that it's there. All right. Let's go over the key dates first of all. Okay, there's several dates, but here are the ones that I think are the most important for you. November 8th. All right, that is when the pre-launch page, or basically what we call the sell page, but it's where you get information about the program on Team Beachbody goes live. Okay, and so it's right now it's targeted around the 8th. Okay, and I'll let you know if that date shifts a little bit. I'll update this document on that as well. Right now on November 15th, a lot of you asked when the sample workout will be available. November 15th is the date when that workout will be available. It will be available on Vimeo, so there'll be a link that you can share to that, as well as on the Beachbody On Demand, the Job One page on Beachbody On Demand. All right, November 15th and 20th. Well, that's when we'll be doing our champs page kind of takeover, where we'll really start to get everybody in the network kind of geared up around Job One and learning Job One. So you've got 10 days, kind of a little bit of a 10-day head start here before we start doing that. And then on the 22nd, something really cool and unique to this program is we're going to do a really cool body live sample workout for Job One. And so as you're promoting it, thinking through these dates here, right, you can start to see some key touch points that should be part of the marketing calendar that you put together for yourself and for your team. I think that body live sample workout, all the people that are excited about trying the program, this is a great place for them to do it, to be able to get a part of it, and to start making sure that they're getting started in the month of November. We'll talk about some promotions that will help them do that in just a second here, so they have access to that Job One workout. Moving over to the month of December as we build up to launch. December 2nd is the coach and for customer launch. All right. The 16th is December 16th is the customer and the official customer launch, and when VIP early access will begin for everybody, except for obviously the coaches for customers access to it. You guys know that. Okay. January 3rd, that's when Jennifer's exclusive bod group will start. All right, and so the chance to be able to get in there and work out with her. And then sometime in the spring of 2020, that's when we're going to launch that into the member library. So those are some of the key dates that you need to know for job one. Now, the next thing I want to jump into real quick here are the promotions. Okay, so the promotions here in the month of November. Okay, so this month right now, 5 days into it, anyone who purchases a total solution pack will get 50% off the job one accessory bundle or digital streaming, like we've done with all the previous launches. So anyone who buys a pack this month will get that promo code to get the accessory bundle or just the digital streaming VIP early access for 50% off when it launches for them. So if I'm a coach, it's purchases in the month of November through December 1st. And then technically customers actually have through the 15th of December in order to qualify for that. And so you've got all those times when you can be helping people kind of get started, and they don't need to wait. If they're excited about job one, if they want to try job one, get them in right when they're ready to go, get them experienced and familiar with the Beachbody On Demand ecosystem with Body, right? Get them in that Body Life Sample Workout for job one on the 22nd. A lot of cool things happening there. We also are doing another, again, we've done this before, but just as a reminder, we are also allowing coaches who have enrolled in 2021, so January through November, through the end of this month, who earn their first Success Club point in this month will also get that 50% off the accessory bundle or digital streaming, with the thought being that when they help their first customer, probably it's going to be with interest around job one, and we want them to do it together. And so that really helps them kind of get that connection. So as you go through, right, we now have with your reports, we have now for customer piece, it's a lot easier to see who these new coaches are. Look at these new coaches. If they haven't really engaged, if they haven't helped anyone yet this year, if it's someone that's just got started last month, this month, and they haven't helped their first customer yet, now they've got a great incentive with the job one launch to be able to do that, to get 50% off the program when it comes available to them next month. All right. Then in the month of December, what are the promotions? As you were expecting, I'm sure the $20 off all job one total solution packs. And then we also do the normal apparel, where we have the 20% off job one timeless tank with any job one product purchases. And then there's the other apparel promotions that you're used to as well around this. So those are all the same. So those are the promotions. All right, let's keep going down here. This one's the big one here, prices and volume. So before I do this, let me just I want to bring you back here for just a second here. When we talked about the prices and volume, I do know that as we've launched this total solution pack, with some of the updates and the things in Share Cart, people are still kind of getting their feet underneath them. And one of the pieces of feedback that we've received from, especially from the coaches below Emerald, has been there's a little bit of confusion on what the packs cost now in terms of what they should be telling their customers. And so we did put out kind of the generic, I did put out like a PDF walkthrough on Share Cart yesterday. And the flip side of that was some pricing, just some simplified pricing, so you can see, based on what that is to help kind of spread the word. But we wanted to make sure that with job one, that there's no lack of clarity around what that is. I do think that a suggestion that I might have is that you pick a pack to really promote. Maybe it's probably going to be the Shakeology Job One Essentials pack. Pick that pack to promote, or maybe it's the deluxe pack, or maybe, I don't know, best value pack, depending upon what works best for your team. But really kind of help them focus in on that pack, show them how to build those in Share Cart. Again, we're working getting that to make it less complicated, I guess. I don't think it's actually fewer steps than the previous Share Cart, just for those of you that are wondering, but the layout's just different. And so until people get used to that, we might need to keep, again, helping people get through the transition on this. So what I want to show you real quick is the pricing for all the job one packs and the volume with the $20 promotion. Okay, so you'll see the promo pricing and volume and all that stuff for the job one packs. All right, let me jump back in here and show that. All right, so let's start with the Essentials pack. Well, first right over here where it says the Job One Accessory Bundle. Okay, obviously all Job One packs include the Job One Accessory Bundle. Okay, you can see that kind of right over here. All right, and that accessory bundle includes Job One Notepad, okay, Job One Pen, the getting started guide and the calendar, right? A lot of coaches put on the wall. And then there's also a set of resistance loops, which you'll need for the program as well, okay, light, medium, heavy. And then obviously it includes a free VIP early access to Job 1. So that's in all of the Job 1 packs. So when we come up here to Job Essentials, okay, Job 1 Essentials, don't let all of this small print fool you. It's actually pretty straightforward. Let's just look at this real quick. So all of the essentials packs, here's the pricing. If they're getting it with BOD, it's $159. Okay, and you can see the volume and the bonus points to it, the net, right? If it's without BOD, okay, and Shakeology, there's the price right there, okay? So again, the system, just to remind everybody, the system will know if the person you're sending the share card to already has BOD or not. Now, what you need to know is what price to tell that person. So if they already have BOD and they're getting it with Shakeology, just tell them it's $129.95. Okay. I know a lot of you have also figured out that if you're sending a share card to someone without BOD, okay, and it's not a Shakeology pack, you have to choose an accessory bundle. And this kind of explains that right here. So for performance and Go and Glow packs, without BOD memberships, you have to have an accessory bundle. My suggestion is to just put on the $20 Let's Get Up bundle with it. You know, it keeps the price the same. Any other bundles will make the price a little bit more. Okay. And again, this is something that we're working on doing. I know it's a little bit of a thing, but if it's just Shakeology, again, the complexity's out, but as long as the coaches know that. Okay, let's go now over, just to keep it simple here, to the Job 1 best value packs. The ones with BOD, $328.95, and then you can see the pricing and volume information on it right there. And remember that someone who already has a BOD membership, someone who already has, that should be, a BOD membership, so the pack doesn't need BOD. You can't get a best value membership without BOD. You have to go upgrade your BOD membership through the My Tools, okay? We've talked through that, and if you have questions about that, ping me on it. But again, I tried to explain it as best we could in the sheet, so as you share it with your team, it's easy. From the deluxe pack standpoint, really the Shakeology packs, pretty straightforward. With BOD, you can see the price, $218.95. Without BOD, it's $188.95. And then you can see the pricing and volume there as well. And just remember, right, the deluxe Shakeology packs have Shakeology, and then they have an additional nutrition performance supplement on that. Now, the performance packs, the deluxe performance packs and Go and Go packs, the prices shift a little bit, okay, depending upon if it's a coach or a customer purchasing it, because of the Beachbody Performance product that pays either where it has the coach discount, PC discount, or not. Okay, and so you can see the coach and PC price and the customer price here as well. All right. Again, I know when I show all of this stuff, you know, it's I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, well, it used to just be like 3 prices, right? And now there's like all these other prices and all this stuff, right? And I get that. And there's definitely, I think, things we can do on our end as we're seeing people use it to make it easier. But it's also the reason why I think if you have reference to this when we're training our coaches to teach them, hey, like this is the pack we recommend. And if there's concerns with that pack, okay, maybe it's, let's say Shakeology, right? The Shakeology pack. Then if they don't like that for whatever reason, then to know that you've got other options you can go to. And then there's a resource where you can say, okay, here's what the price is going to be. That's the reason why we put together these price sheets, not to overwhelm you with complexity, but just to bring transparency so that you can tell your customers, this is the pack. And again, going back to what I said before, I think as a team, recommending 1 or 2 packs, knowing what those prices are, helping your team kind of, as we're getting through this transition here, to kind of focus on that, I think will help a lot, instead of trying to show, you know, all the different options that are available to them. Okay, so let me flip this over real quick. We're actually really almost done here, guys. This is the crazy thing about this. On the back side of this sheet, there's a couple more pieces of information. First is using the Job 1 product toolkit. Now, of course, I know all of you on the roundtable here know where the product toolkits are. You know, it never happens that people ask me where the product toolkits are after I do these trainings. So this is really for maybe your teams, but just in case, okay, no. So the toolkits will have obviously everything you need to know for the program. And as you share this with your team to make this easier and hopefully have them ask you less questions, I actually highlight how to find the product Job 1 toolkit. And so it's, you know, it's typical fashion for the coach office, it's 3 or 4 clicks in, but you'll get there if you follow the directions that I put here on the page for you. The second thing we want to call out here is just a training opportunity that they'll have. So in addition to what you're providing, this is some training that they can also plug into as well. So you can incorporate this, right? The Job One Champs page takeover in the middle of this month, the National Wake Up Call on the 29th. And then we want to make sure that they see the Job One product training guide, which will also be available on the 15th as well. So I'll put the video up there, but the PDF and everything else will be up there in time for that Champs page takeover as well, so they can see that, okay? The last thing here is kind of going through just a general launch strategy and what we want to do. This one's tricky because we know a lot of you have different ways you want to launch programs and products, right? So we do have a simple 3-step launch plan that we put out with every program. We're calling people's attention to this. This is for maybe people who don't have a plan provided by their upline, or if you align to this, then this works. This is also something, if it doesn't align to what you have, you can just tell your people to just ignore this part of the overview document here. But it just kind of goes through a simple launch plan, helping them understand what the training is, knowing the key dates. It helps them kind of set some goals around a group, putting together a certain number of people to get a group. And then there is a simple kind of posting calendar and inviting calendar to help them plan out and think through how they want to do their inviting. If you haven't seen this tool, it's awesome. It'll be in the product toolkit, and you really should kind of look at it. We get a lot of positive feedback about it for coaches who use it. Some coaches don't, that's fine. But just want you to know that that's on here as well. The last thing we have down here is just kind of a quick highlight on the marketing tools. Now, this is not a comprehensive list, because if any of you have ever been in the product toolkit, you know we put a lot of stuff in those product toolkits. What I did want to call out was just to make sure the ones that we know that are most commonly used by most coaches, those things that are in there. All right. So the before and after photos, we received some great feedback on those. Those continue to be very highly used. I think that we're really trying to bring out some of the bio information about these people so that you know what their stories are. So it's not just a picture, but you understand who they are and what their stories are around that. There's also, there'll be the sizzle videos that are in there like normal, right? Social media assets, logos, all the pack images, all that kind of stuff will be in there. All that stuff to help you kind of create your own. And the Job One group guide, okay, for your bot groups, your challenge groups, whatever you call them, will be available on the 15th, and that might slide a couple days, right? It might be 17th or 18th, but I'll let you know if that does slide. But I'll be on tbbgroupguides.com, and that just kind of helps people direct themselves to be able to go find it. So as you can see here, real quick, if I just back out, so we've got this set up in basically a one-page front and back PDF with all of these quick references, okay? And I will be making all of that PDF available to you. I'll edit the post and put it in the post right after we're done here, okay? Second thing I'm gonna put in the post, just so you know, is that product training video that we talked about that has basically all the information, the slides. Again, we're putting it there, trying to help you be able to get that better in your organization. The one and only Keyshawn Graves kind of takes you through the training. So it's a lot more exciting than if I did. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. And hopefully with those tools available to you, it will help you, get your questions answered, things like that around the program. As always, this is a great post for you. If you have specific questions about Job One, put in the post. Please tag me, because if you don't tag me, sometimes I don't see it. And if you do tag me, I promise you at some point I will find it as I'm, kind of getting through all of that stuff. But I try to be, and the team as well is going to be kind of going through that as well, answering any questions you have about Job One. So that's it, you guys. It's a lot shorter when I can just do it this way, but really, really excited about Job One. Excited about the chance to get this out there and have you guys kind of get your hands on it. It feels like this is just a good time for the program. It's a good time for it. It's a good time to get everyone kind of re-engaged and going, and the program feels right for the moment. And I hope you guys are already kind of gearing up for this. You're getting people excited about this. Let's remove barriers and do things we got to do to get people's heads in the right place to really make this a great launch them, so they can end the year strong, start the year strong, and really kind of set their sights right for the business coming forward. And I really think it's been an interesting, I'm gonna go on a side here. It's an interesting week to kind of, last couple of days to watch, with Peloton's, earnings and different things that were coming up. And it was interesting. I kept thinking to myself, how cool is it, and how how much stronger the business model is when we have coaches. That we're not as you know, that we are together in this, and that we have relationships that are built and that are maintained, and that coaches work to build these communities where I would hate to be Peloton and just feel like I have no ability to really connect with the people that I'm trying to talk to. There's no connection that's really there. And again, I probably shouldn't mention, you know, competitive stuff, but the big takeaway for me was how grateful I am to be a part of Team Detroit. Grateful I am for our coaches, for you guys. And look, we've been through some stuff the last little while, not just pandemic wise. I mean, our business has had some serious transformations in the last little while. I mean, it's been public and VIX and this and all the stuff, PCs and total solution path. I mean, all the stuff that I know all of you know. But I also see us starting to now get our feet under us a little bit more, getting through some of these transitions. And a lot of that is because of our leadership, because of you guys. And continue to step to the forefront, collaborating together, creating solutions, giving us feedback, working through these pieces. And I'm just so grateful for that, not just from a business standpoint, but also just on a personal standpoint. Thank you guys for what you guys do. Thank you guys for being the right people at the right place at the right time, and just really, really excited about what this program is going to do. So anyway, that's it. We'll get this information to you guys. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.
Okay.